Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. Stamp collecting is fun, and here we see a familiar enjoying stamps, looking at stamps that have come through and inspecting them and collecting them. And here we have die nächsten briefmarken für Ihre Sammlung. So your next stamp for your collection. Could it be in here? It probably will be. Deutsche Post Philatelei. And we have the post horn there. The international symbol of stamps, postage. Oh, what was and was können wir noch für Sie tun? I don't know what that means, but we'll take some stamps out and see what we've got in here. Well, I know what's in here. Take a few out, and it is space stamps. The Maldives, and here we have a heroic person called John Glenn, who was the first man. Did he circumnavigate the? What was that? Yuri Gagarin. John Glenn did something though, didn't he? In the USA Mercury. That's a lovely stamp. And here we have another we put them in to countries, I think. John F. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Apollo project. He instigated it, started it all, and the Maldives did a stamp of it. Beautiful. And as if by magic, one becomes two. Next up, we've got, could be upside down. On the look of things, we have more space type stuff, but it's a little bit silly. Could be a drawing by somebody, Bulgaria maybe, or I'm not quite sure where that is. I should know, but it's from 1974, so leave that over there. Now, when we get to the Middle East, Fujairah. That's me having coffee. It gets a little bit more sort of early. So somebody here, Kepler, who is the anniversary of Kepler's birth. So they celebrate stamps and progress, don't they? So here we have a satellite going round and round and around. What else have we got? We've got Apollo 15 mission. That's upside down. Peter, do better. There we are. Al-Kiwain. Apollo 15 mission. We'll keep those together because I think they're creating these simply to make money. I would suspect that none of these have been on anywhere near a letter or a postcard. And here we have Kepler again. 1970s. Next up, Grenada, the Helios mission. Dominica, a British protectorate, I suppose you'd call it, or a British colony, not quite sure. Ras Al Khaimah, Dimor sur sa tour de montage. One Royale, possibly a Saudi stamp. International Space Corporation. Salute, so Ajman is here producing a stamp that shows somebody saluting the flag, presumably on the moon, walking on the moon. It all looks a little bit sci-fi, doesn't it? Space shuttle. It all looks a bit, Grenada, very nice. We won't say no more. More Grenada. So that's interesting. So we've got Grenada there 2C. And here we've got 3C, but it's got the ER upon it. Lots of stuff going on there. Nice rainbow, which used to be a television programme. for children in this country, Rainbow. Apollo 15 mission. I think we may have a few of these. Kuwait. Splashdown. Helicopters just in time. It's all a little bit contrived, but that's very nice. Beautiful stamps. They're not stamps, are they? They're what you might call Cinderellas, I would suspect. Now, unless I see one of these stamps on an actual envelope, paying its way to a destination, I would suspect that these are simply money-raising ventures by, it's a bit... I think they're making things up here. Well, they are nice, if you like that sort of stuff, and I don't dislike, I've got to say, I don't dislike it. Then there's a place for it, I think. But most of these tend to be places that wouldn't necessarily have anything to do with space exploration. Where are the Russian stamps? Where are the American stamps? I'm sure there are a number of space stamps out there from those two space-faring countries, Russia and the USA. Dominica there. Here we got the Queen's Head. A ½ cent. I think so. There we've got Sharjah again. Sharjah. The pain! Blast off. It's a bit television, it's a bit sci-fi. Sharjah and dependencies. Yeah. Dogs in space. Don't be sending dogs up there. It's a bit daft. Sharjah. Yeah. Splashdown again. Helicopters landing. People in a dinghy having landed from wherever. Man in space. Yemen Arab Republic. Man in space. By that I presume they mean mankind. Yeah. Fujairah again, Kepler. And Apollo 13. Events of 1970. There's that stamp again. There's Planet's Exploration. Kepler. We've got a little bit more time to grab, maybe just a few more. Maybe they will. I do, they're beautiful, beautiful stamps. Splashdown even, near the Hawaiian Islands on the 24th of November. Yemen, I would say. Apollo 12, Caravan. I don't think so, do you? Helicopters. I mean, the Caravan is probably modern. Well, people buy caravans from expenses. Here we got Apollo again. Kepler, I would say again. Some big, long ones which are difficult to house. Take up a lot of room. Here we have the Conquest of Mars. Men filming it live. Space 70. Conquest of Mars. Just a few, I think we could go through the whole kit and caboodle here. Yep, they're all out. So you've all done very well. Here we've got Ras Al Khaimah. Now have we got photographic proof? Absolute photographic proof. Yeah, we saw the man saluting before. Here he's saluting again. He's moved a little bit. Fujairah. And here are the three people. D. Scott. How amazing is that? Scott was the first man... Well, first... He wasn't, because Amundsen was and his team. But Scott's team were at the South Pole. Scott was the first... Not the same Scott, a different Scott. Doug Scott. First Englishman to climb Everest. And this particular Scott has been on the moon. That's amazing, that is. J. somebody, Irwin. A. Warden. If you know, let me know. And here we have them again. This time they're sending messages and riding around, as you do. And then, and finally, moments that caravan, where my caravan has landed. Splash down near the Hawaiian Islands on the 24th of November. The Apollo 12 mission. So that's a little look at stamps. Most, if not all, are the UAE Arab states that are producing stamps simply to be relevant. I doubt any of these, or hardly... Unless, as I say, unless I can touch them and see where they were posted to, I don't believe that these were in any shape or form used in the postal system. Does it make them any less collectible? Probably not. If you love space, the final frontier, why wouldn't you want some of these as a collection? I certainly do have some. But I wouldn't display. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be bragging too much about their story. There's little or any story attached to the journey that the stamp has made. That you often hear me talking about stamps that are pretty much butchered by a life. It's gone through the mail, it's gone through the machines, it's gone through weather, it's gone through storms. It's gone to the other side of the world. These are the things, you've heard me say, these are the things I'm sort of interested in. And yet, these are pretty, it's sci-fi, but it's nice. Have a great day, everybody. We'll put these back where they belong, in here, and we'll remove them to where they can safely go. Boldly go, I might say. And see what becomes of them in the future. Future is ahead. Have a fantastic day. Sun's coming out here. I'm going to get my shorts on, get a coffee, finish this coffee outside, and then I'll talk to you very, very soon. Stamp collecting is fun. Until then, bye for now. Bye.